I know of no other place in America where you can cross a bridge and go from farmland to town village.
It always feels to me like you've arrived somewhere.
One of the things that attracted us to New Paltz as a village was that it was eclectic. There's so many idiosyncrasies to a house that's old. They're charming, and that's what I love about an old house.
Our historic properties are a resource that we cannot get back once they're gone. So it's vital that we take care of them.
There's a famous saying by William Faulkner that the past isn't dead, it isn't even past. And I think that's really true in communities. One of the secrets that you need to uncover in order to do successful planning is, what has the past of this community been like? And the extent to which that's apparent is not only good from the perspective of a professional planner, but it also helps the citizens and community members maintain an awareness of where they've been.
You know, another important part of why history is relevant to today and why we should care about these preservation efforts is, if you think about New Paltz, it's one of the first refugee communities in the country, and it's one of the only surviving refugee communities in the country.
I think the reality is that we all respond to the built environment in which we live. West of town, you have essentially unbroken farmland and forest land. Up the hill, you have a college with early 20th century buildings around a historic quad, mostly very well preserved. Down the hill, you have the regionally and nationally important resource of historic Huguenot Street. And in the middle of it all, you have a vibrant residential and commercial core. It's a really successful and enduring walkable downtown.
The heart of environmentalism is preserving your resources. Historic preservation literally is about preserving the resources that we have.
The idea that historic preservation is compatible with good economic development is something that I believe in wholeheartedly. You know, valuable, unique assets, and protecting and preserving them just makes a great deal of long-term economic sense. We're never going to be able to get this stuff back, so protecting it now and building on it, that's the direction we should be headed in from a planning perspective.
Looking backwards is as important as looking forwards in any community planning. Main streets certainly evolved organically in the past. One of the reasons I think it's really important to preserve the streetscapes that we have and the neighborhoods that we have is that they remind us of our heritage. We want to be considerate of the history as it's manifested in our neighborhoods, in the downtowns that we have, and in the particular architecture. We always want to be mindful of what that is, and in some cases be extremely sensitive and respectful to it.
It makes the community more resilient in the face of change. If they've understood the changes they've been through in the past, it suddenly becomes much more conceivable and possible to go through and survive changes that are being presented for the future.